You know what I got to do, Martin? So I've been talking about these Goosebumps.
Yes.
Yeah, look at you.
See, the
Excited to
fan,
talk about it.
pull it closer so he can give you goosebumps.
I know. Look at him. That's just that's for effect right there. Look at that. Brought my props with me. The goosebumps on my skin right there.
Chicken skin.
I kind of got that tone. But Tommy, we talking about your shit.
We are.
Tommy been talking about this for so long. Ever since he saw the trailer for Goosebumps.
Yeah.
All he could say, that's my shit.
Yeah, I was excited. I was like the only person excited for that shit. Everybody else was like, "Oh, it's Pixels too."
Tommy talking about, you know what? I was raised by Slappy. Slappy slapped me around a few times.
That's my uncle.
So adopted white uncle right there, Tommy. That's my boy right there. I raised him well. Yeah, Tommy. With the success of the books, it's only a matter of time before somebody said, let's Jumanji this shit. You
Of
know?
course.
Let's bring all the creatures in the books to life.
Same studio that made Jumanji. Just
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
God damn.
They gonna get Jumanji right at some point. Even if it's got to be Pixels or Goosebumps. They gonna...
They were like, let's make a remake of Jumanji. Oh, but wait. We got Goosebumps as a property. Let's let's mash that shit up, and here you go.
Here you go. Spawn a TV show. Toys were marketed out of this. Now you say, what can they do with Goosebumps? I mean, there's so many books. What kind of story can they have here? And this one deals with a kid, Zach. And, you know, for a kid who just lost his father, he's adjusting well. He's played by Dylan Mintel. And what's that?
Is it Minute?
Minute. I'm sorry, Dylan Minute.
Or Minette.
I see you're a big fan, Martin. He's trying to be a cool kid. And he's a nice guy. But he's from the big city of New York. And he just wishes that the town that he moved to wasn't so small and boring. But things start to get interesting when his neighbor Hannah, played by Dea Rush, turns out to be the same age and kind of cute. And she also has a dad that says, you know what? You better keep your little horny ass away from my daughter. You little fuck.
He gets that point across very clearly.
Very quickly.
Yes, with extreme prejudice.
Hell yeah.
There's no wiggle room in what he says.
It's tight as fuck.
Stay the fuck away from my dog.
Yeah, he look at keep your dick and the rest of your body over there. Hannah comes out, hey, get your ass in the house.
And
You get the fuck back over there.
And when he tells you he will be this close to your face.
After staring at you for a little bit. However, when it looks like Dad might be a serial killer, Zach, along with his new nerdy best friend, they break into his home, and he turns out to be none other than Goosebumps writer R.L. Stine, played by Jack Black, whose monster creations are actually real creatures trapped in his books, and now they've been released to wreak havoc upon the town. You're the expert here, Tommy. You're our resident millennial.
Right.
There are what, like over 60 books?
Yeah, in that original series, it's about, like, I'd say maybe 40, 50. Yeah, might go to 60.
So we're about up to 60 books right now.
Yeah, but overall, it's like over 100. But from, like I said, that original series, about 60.
It's a lot of fucking books.
Tons of them.
Yes.
I'm curious, Tommy, like when all the creatures are unleashed,
Right.
were there any that you were going like, man, I wish they had put him in there?
It was several, but it's certain ones that I'm happy that they did. Because me and Goodwin talked about this. There's certain ones that we were happy didn't get put in there because they need their own,
Oh, really?
They need to be featured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing with this is that with over 60 books, how do you fit that many creatures? And some books have multiple creatures. How do you fit them all into one movie?
Right.
I mean, shit, you can barely get a good movie out of one book sometimes. So how do you do that? I would say that they do pull it off. And that doesn't mean that the movie is good, doesn't mean it's bad. I will just say that, to my surprise, being able to pull off putting that many properties in one movie, I will give it to them. They really did not go rushing into this just let's say, you know what, let's just dump a box of monsters on people's heads.
Right.
You know, they actually went in and said, you know what, let's give certain creatures, the main ones that people recognize, let's give them their own set pieces.
Yeah.
And when they do that, they're actually able to copy other properties and other characters, like the part with the gnomes.
Yes.
You know, that is nothing but gremlins.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's gremlins. And I mean, really, they are.
We've seen that a million times, by the way. I hate to say it. It was in Tales from the Hood also.
I know. Tommy, you got to drop that shit, man.
Damn. Everything comes back to
I know.
Tales from the Hood.
Is there,
It's a classic, Mark.
Tommy, is there any tale that's not from the hood for you?
Not a one.
You know, Tommy was saying that during Schindler's List.
I know. I hate to tell you, but there was some hood in that tail right
You're
there.
not gonna want to hear this.
Those Jews, that was in Tales from the Hood.
From the hood. I mean, a Jewish hood, but the hood. But with this, I mean,
It wasn't
okay,
ghetto.
Gremlins. They
In
know,
many movies, and Gremlins included.
Tales from the Hood, they were just little black people.
Right.
And in this, they just
Gremlins are little creatures.
gremlins.
Yeah,
They're just they're little gremlins with beards and hats.
Right.
And and right down to just being exactly like gremlins, bouncing around, giggling while doing completely fucked up things.
Yes.
Maybe they're friendly. Not friendly. Definitely not friendly. I'm sorry.
See, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Just for no reason. Let's put Jack Black in a burning oven.
Right.
Once again, Schindler's List.
There you go.
That's it. Oh, goddamn.
Jesus, Martin. I really hope Jack Black is not Jewish because that's going to be really
He is,
insensitive.
actually.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
He doesn't give a fuck.
You worse than those fucking gremlins, Martin.
He's one of them.
You might as well be down there with
Wait a
them,
minute,
man.
wait a minute. How am I worse than the things that are actually trying to burn him just because I call it out?
Just because you
didn't have
because
to
you noticed that. We didn't see that shit. You're like, oh,
Yeah, but now that I pointed out, you can't not see it.
Look at those little Nazi gnomes about to burn this Jew right here. Look at that. Oh,
Boy,
yeah.
just fuck that whole scene up.
Well, it was something kind of innocent, you know. Jesus Christ. The monsters in there, they're not really, in my opinion, they're not really scary. I think that they're more threatening.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's kind of like, hey, look, unless you got a little bitch ass kid, we're not going to traumatize them or anything
Right.
like that. But, you know, we're not fucking around.
Well, we're gonna push it just a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, they have to capture something of the spirit of the books, which are scary.
They
know?
are, yeah.
And, you know, if they're read to you as a kid, you ain't going to sleep that night.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I hear a lot
That
of
shit
kids that
fucked
they
me up. When I was a
Really?
kid,
Yeah, man, because like I know I would read some of them and they'd be like, okay, that was a cool kind of Twilight Zone book, and some would just be a straight up horror. Like it would end on a bad like 70s note where I'm like,
and Martin was 45. Martin like, I gotta put this shit down.
yeah, man. Sometimes the ghost would win, man. You'd be like, oh damn, that's the end of the
I
book.
can picture Martin just like after Reem take his glasses off, just
Martin wake up in the middle of the night. Goosebumps! Wow, now you make me want to read them, man.
They're good.
They're worth going back
and
to
then,
read.
yeah, they're short. They're well written. R.L. Stein, he knows how to write a book that has every chapter ends in a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So you die to turn to the next page.
Wow.
yeah, they're no more than about 130 pages.
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe I got it all wrong then. Maybe some kids, because I wondered, because I felt like it's not as scary as the books, because I know I've actually read one. It was the blob that ate everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And the blob did eat some kids.
Oh, yeah.
So, but see, you're not getting that here. That's why I'm thinking that this is more. They want to make sure that they don't scare kids. They want to make sure they get them money.
Yeah.
So they are not trying to actually have anything that's going to kill somebody here.
And they're trying to make sure they can make another one.
Exactly.
Oh, that
exactly.
they definitely.
It said, I mean, they are so safe about killing people. They even say the creatures in here can't
They
kill
can't
them.
die.
Can't kill them either. And everybody's safe. Don't worry about it. The reason I'm letting you know because that's kid friendly. I want to apologize to Slappy personally right here.
Me
I
too.
want to. You too? Because
No, I don't. I respect Slappy. You know.
nah, you talk some shit about Slappy
Well, we
too.
talked about him being too handsome.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he is a little too, like when you read the book, Slappy's a little bit more beat up.
Yeah.
Because when they find him, even the first time they find him,
Yeah.
he's been through some shit.
Yeah, you
Even on the
can't.
cover of the book, he's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't put no shit stains on his chin and on his nose
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, look, he's creepy now."
He's tarnished.
But I will say this: you mentioned the book.
Yeah.
My complaint was that Slappy should look scary. And then I went over to like the TV series where I said, yeah, now that's the Slappy you should be doing. And then I took a real close look and I said, that just looks like Conan O'Brien on a coke bender. You know, like Conan O'Brien did about 50 lines one night.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah,
nothing
but-
like
Let's
that.
do the show now.
I don't know, man, because right there, that Slappy looks menacing. Like he's looking at you right now like, the
Motherfucker,
fuck
what you say?
Yeah, Slappy about to slap a bitch right now.
Exactly. Do I need to come over there?
Yeah, but to be fair, the Slappy that we have in the movie is a little closer to the Slappy that's on the cover of the book.
I don't know. I think that Slappy's somewhere between those two.
Yeah, they make Slappy the central villain.
No, I thought that was great.
Yeah, I
like
did
the way
too.
they did
Because
that.
from the trailer we saw that they were going to make Slappy a bit player but like making him the
He's
ringleader.
a leader, yeah.
And that's the one thing that I
Mastermind.
did. Yeah, but we said, and we did criticize the trailer for that. Like, how you gonna make Slappy a supporting character,
Yeah,
just
throw him
part
in
of
the
the group?
background.
Yeah, just throw him in the background. He's an icon.
Yeah.
But no, Slappy is running shit in here. Slappy's the main one that tells Jack Black, motherfucker, lock me up in a book. I'll be damned.
All my friends in one place. I've been so happy. I don't want this day to end, and it doesn't have to.
He looks like a midget Fast and Furious right
He
now.
does. And that Vin Diesel's car.
Like,
We're not friends. We're family.
Family.
still a little midget standing out there on the hood of a car.
Let's race.
It wasn't until halfway through the movie that I figured out it was Jack Black doing the voices.
You didn't know that? I recognized that
it did.
immediately.
It's like it did. That's when it clicked to me. I was like, wait a minute. It's like I had took my eyes off the screen and
Yeah.
heard him talking. I was like, hold on, that's Jack Black as both of them.
Yeah, you
the
couldn't
Invisible
tell?
Boy, too.
And yes, he is. Yeah, he's the Invisible Boy also, even though the Invisible Boy has a very small role. But I'll just let you see the movie and see what they do with that. We were asking, how can they put all 60 characters in one book?
Yeah.
Well, they just pretty much reduced most of them to a cameo.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, you can tell at this point they just said, all right, everybody come on now.
But to be fair, one thing I did like about this movie is that it's kind of like they went by popularity.
Yeah.
The most popular characters got featured more than the
Yeah.
books that just were like, well, that was forgettable.
Such a big crowd shot. That's what they said. They said we just got to do one big crowd shot, like a big high school photo.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
to
pretty
get everybody on the lawn, take a picture.
Say
Yeah,
cheese.
if you don't show up now, you ain't in the movie. But and then you got some. What I love is that you have actors trying to soak up whatever little bit of screen time they got. Man, they know they ain't there. They like people fighting on a jumbotron. Like, hey, like this fool right here. You don't even see that guy. But he's
I don't
like,
remember that guy at all.
but he's acting his ass off. He's like, yes, let's get Stein. Yes, I can apply my acting training to this.
I ain't gonna lie, you show that picture right there, and I want to find the book with each one of those three characters and read them.
Yeah, you know what? I saw that too. What's cool about it is that even though they're cameos and all these creatures are rushing by, I want to know what they do. I mean, like
They
that.
each have a story.
Like that Egyptian chick right there.
Yeah.
Like, who is that? That Elvira looking chick? I just want her Playboy spread. You know, let that book come to life.
Better her.
Yeah, that's true. After January, ain't no nudity.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people want to see your favorite monsters, and I think that they did a cool thing. If the movie's successful, maybe they'll have spin-off with some of the creatures that you did not get a chance to see.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, come on, you don't want to spoil everything in one movie.
Because they left out some big ones. Like my favorite they left out, which is the Haunted Mask, and that's one of the more popular ones. And so I was looking for that, and I was like, okay, they didn't
Yeah.
put it in there. Maybe they're saving that for something else.
Yeah.
Happy about that.
Yeah. No,
They got Tommy on the hook.
I know.
They got me.
No, Tommy,
Take all my money.
Tommy waiting to get goosebumps on his goosebumps. I got to give it credit. It's really a lot more clever than it really should be. You know?
Than you would think it was.
I mean, there's two saving graces to this movie because every time we saw it, we was like, oh, like it's Jumanji warmed over. It doesn't have the flavor of the Goosebumps books. It should have been more like a creep show kind of movie. But the two things that make it work is that it's more clever than we ever expected it to be, and the number two thing is Jack Black. Jack Black is R.L. Stein. He's actually really funny and holds this together.
He is funny. There were times I thought that he was overdoing it just a little bit.
I mean, he in the beginning it's like he had to because that's what made it. Because if he played the real R.L. Stein, that wasn't gonna work.
No, of course not.
He had to push it, being that overprotective dad or just being that pretentious writer who thought more of himself than he should have.
Mar, you don't have to be nice to him just because you want to put him in the oven. Don't backtrack now.
No. It was one of those things where I'm like, you know what? Even when this movie is not living up to what it could be, I thought he was carrying it so often.
He is funny though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's more funny than more often he is annoying. The movie moves quickly. They jump.
Oh man, they don't.
They don't waste no time.
Waste any time. A joke here, joke here. Something happens. Let's get to it.
Let's go.
Let's escape.
But sometimes they move a little bit too fast for me because when going into the movie, because I started reading some good reviews about it.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, well, that's cool. They probably have some really cool explanation on how the creatures come out the book. Is it magic? Is it voodoo? Maybe there's an alternate dimension they come from. They're looking like, damn, you suck.
You throw like a writer.
I can't explain it.
We were almost just eaten by Frosty the Snowman, so try.
Okay, look. When I was younger, I created my own friends. Monsters. Demons. To terrorize my neighborhood and all the kids that made fun of me. And they became real to me. And then one day, they actually became real. My monsters literally leapt off the page. As long as the books remain locked, we're safe. But when they open, well, you've just seen what happens.
That's it?
It's like, you know what? If you don't want to give me the answer, just say that.
It was a few things that I disliked about this movie, and the flimsy ass excuse to why all this shit was happening.
They would have been better off when he asked him saying, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah. I would have rather it had been a mystery. I'm like, that's it? You just believe so much? Even Zach is looking at him like, are you fucking serious? What?
Then they just kind of like keep like, I think they know that, okay, I don't think that people are buying this shit. Let's throw something else in there. A typewriter. Magical typewriter. Let's do it. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like,
You're just making this shit up.
Come on, man. It's like, look, I appreciate you getting things up and going real quick, but you just told me you didn't have a fucking explanation for this at all. You on deadline. You had to get that script in. It was just like, fuck it, man. They just come out his head because he believes. Turn that shit in.
Because he was lonely.
Yeah.
And angry.
They're like, oh, it's for kids. We're going to, encourage them to use their imagination. Imagination is magical. Like, nah, man.
You
just ran out of ideas.
Hey, kids, instead of shooting up that school, just write about the abominable snowman. He can destroy it for you.
Basically, yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, don't come in here try to have no lesson about imagination and shit.
I wanted to murder a family. But I decided to write instead.
So I created Jason Voorhees, and he came to life. Fuck you, man. Ain't nobody buying that shit. I will say this about the film that also gets on my nerves is that there's a part in the middle where as they're going from place to place, it's just loud. They're screaming, and that Danny Elfman music is playing. Danny Elfman did the music for this.
Yeah, I want to talk about the music, but you go.
Danny Elfman music sometimes it sounds like an orchestra on a trampoline.
Isn't it fitting that it would be like these books are from that time?
Well,
no. That's my point. That was the thing that I love the music in this movie. I love that shit. But you know why?
Why?
This movie is nostalgic for me, of course, from the books, but also from the way it's made. I feel like it's made like a movie, a kids movie in the early 90s.
It really is.
Down to the music. Yeah, and that's what I love most about this movie. I'm like, this is kind of a throwback. And that music, it's bombastic as fuck. It comes in, you're like, okay, that would be over the top now. But back then, that would fit in perfectly. And for a movie like this, even the way it's directed, I feel like it fits that score perfectly.
Yeah, there's little elements like that make me feel like, okay, this is what the Goosebumps TV show would have been
if it had the budget.
If it had
exactly,
if there was any money put in it,
which it was not.
I feel like a version of those '90s movies that they couldn't get right.
Yeah.
Jumanji being one of them.
Yes, that's the main one.
Small Soldiers being another one.
That's another one.
And it's like it took 2 decades to get this shit correct.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is why, I was thinking, man, okay, I can let the music go. If people like it, I don't know, it just sounds like some shit that Danny Elfman would pull out from the trash bin of his computer and make. I mean, he shits this kind of music out.
Yeah, I like to feel that they did that purposely.
For all the things I'm talking about that are flaws in there, the movie moves so fast, and it is so entertaining and funny sometimes that those lazy moments, those bad moments, they outweigh. I'm sorry, the good outweighs those moments right there. They actually have moments in here where they are able to walk the line between kids' humor and adult humor without doing gross out stuff, without doing like, here's a little sexual innuendo for the adults out there. No,
no pop culture references.
It's all about, sometimes it's literal, it's self-referential to the property, to the books, and even with other people who enjoy writers. A lot of Stephen King references in this.
Yeah, it seems like whoever wrote this made notes like, okay, don't throw any pop culture references in. Let's just try and make this as genuine as we possibly can. And I think they succeed in that.
Yeah, I mean, if it had those things that I talked about, that I complained about, had been tighter, this would have been great. But because they kind of dropped the ball and just had those really lazy moments where, I mean, we're talking about lazy moments that could have been easily fixed. I mean, for a movie about writing,
it comes to a point where they don't give a fuck.
They could have wrote that much better.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a matinee. I mean, and I'm giving it a fun matinee, especially considering that it's Halloween. This movie captures Halloween for kids. We haven't had a good Halloween movie like this for kids in a while. It's
Hocus
not great.
Pocus was ours, so I think this is
Nightmare Before Christmas was mine.
okay.
So
Yeah, I think this would be like if kids can appreciate this, they would be the kind of Hocus Pocus.
all right. Well, what'd you give it then?
Oh, I give it I would say 1 full price.
Okay.
'Cause I mean, like I said, it is lazy as shit. It does come a point to where it basically says, hey, this is Goosebumps, man. What do you want? What do you want from us? And you just have to either go with it or don't. And usually, most people would go with it because it's that fun. It's a fun movie.
For me, it's a regular matinee, and like a lot of positive things, everything we brought up, and the fact that it surprised me. I was like, wow, it's so nice when you see a trailer and you go like, man, I don't know about this, and only to see like, no, there's a lot of good stuff that they didn't show you, and it's only unfortunate that by the time they get to the third act, all the cleverness kind of goes out the window. It's just a bunch of running around, loud sounds. It turns into what so many of these things are. And I was noticing, like, yeah, it's not even really funny anymore. And there's no reason for them to not keep that going. It's just kind of inconsistent. Even in the middle, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of more jokes that aren't hitting like they should. But it is very entertaining. If you have any affinity for Goosebumps, you should see it. You'll have a great time. And yeah, it's a good Halloween movie.
Take the kids to see this. I mean, kids don't want to see it anyway, but adults, we just took Halloween from kids.
Oh, they snatched
Hell
that
yeah,
shit.
they didn't know what to do with it.
They did candy. Fuck your body away. That's unhealthy.
Yeah.
We're just gonna dress up like sluts and just get drunk and see what happens.
We turned Halloween to just one big porn holiday,
We
man.
did. Debauchery.
For this
That's
one,
what it is.
just for one weekend, just give Halloween to your kids. You can have it back.
That's
Hey,
it.
look, just for one night.
Look, an hour and a
Between
half.
6 and 8 p.m.
There
They
you
get
go.
they get to go trick or treating and do their thing, get their candy,
Take 'em to a
and then
movie.
we put them in the house and we get out there and have our orgies.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
A key party.
And then exactly. And mom and dad can get back to being the biggest whores and porn stars in the world until just for the kids a little bit. Just a little bit. And don't take them to the movie dressed like some skank ass witch or something,